This is the Life's Journey with Best Friends podcast. Listen as two best friends for over 40 years share our experiences, insights, and unique stories. Hey BFFers, welcome to Life's Journey with Best Friends, episode 76. Yes,
you remembered.
Because Julie put it on the meeting notice and I wrote it down so
I remembered it. Believe it or not, my brain's working today, so I remembered that it was 76 from last week.
Nice. I didn't. I had no idea. So it was funny, so Dave has a different phone than me. He has like a Samsung Google phone or some dumb shit, which drives me crazy.
He's a green.
Yeah, he's a green. And whenever his phone will do updates, it always does these weird things to his phone. And I forget what the hell the last one was. But it actually forces the update on him. Like on mine, I can keep snoozing it or whatever. And then, so he said, yeah, and it did this. And I'm like, reason 3,642, not to have a Samsung phone.
I don't know why he hasn't switched yet. Why hasn't he?
Well, because he says that there's more security, but he gets so angry at his phone. And every time he says it, I'm like, your phone sucks. Come over to Apple.
Is there more security than Apple? Really?
I don't know, but it seems like he gets locked out of shit constantly. So I'm like that. I would throw my phone across the room. Like I have zero tolerance for anything technical when it's not working the way it's supposed to. I get so angry, and it's so silly, but I don't have the patience. I'm like, you're not doing what you said you were going to do. What the fuck? Yeah. So.
I think we should do a survey. Maybe Julie can throw it up and see who does, who has Apple, who has Samsung, non-Apple.
Yeah, non-Apple.
And it really kind of sucks because two of our friends have non-Apple, and it fucks up our group chat.
They're green.
Julie, Chrissy.
Yeah, Julie, Chrissy.
When you're trying to send pictures, it fucks it up.
Yeah, so we have to do it on a different platform. It's a pain in the ass. But I get it, they have their things. I just want ease. So when I get a new phone eventually, which I don't know, my phone's 4 or 5 years old. I probably should get another one, but I'm just too cheap to do it.
Want to see mine? And this is with a case on it. Had a case on it.
Oh, that must be from the grandchildren.
Yeah, that was a while ago. They did it.
Oh, yeah.
But
Zane has to sit. Yours does the TikTok. Zane, I'm like, nope, you need to sit when you have Nana's phone. Sorry. You got your own pad you can go run around and play with.
Right. They all have their own iPads, but they want your phone.
Of course. Well, because it's smaller and his is very restricted on what he can do.
So his is kind of restricted as well.
Yeah, exactly. And it's different. It's not there. They have a pad. They don't have a little phone that they can carry around with them everywhere, So, hey, the Diddy trial
started yesterday. Yes. I don't think cameras are in the courtroom because
they started jury selection yesterday, and it's in Manhattan.
It's only jury selection. Okay.
Yeah, it was only jury selection. So now I did a little research. So he's facing 5 federal charges, including sex trafficking and racketeering. He's 55 years old. I didn't realize that. And he's been held without bail since September. I think that's kind of funny. That's a long
time. So he's been held without bail. So they obviously have to have a shit ton of evidence, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, there's been so many people that have brought cases up against him that they feel that he's a flight risk. So
really?
Yeah. So now all of this stuff goes back to 2004, saying he was using his music and his business empire to intimidate, exploit, and traffic women for sex. Can you believe this? I do. And that's awful. And I hate to say that I believe that, but I don't understand how the fuck it went on for so long. And all these people didn't say anything, just like the Epstein thing. What the hell? How do you not say something? It's ridiculous. But right now, they've roughly interviewed 150 potential jurors.
How are they going to get a non-biased juror?
what they're doing is, they're asking them all the questions, but then there's like this form that they have to fill out, and they're saying, do you know this name? Like they'll throw out,
Jay-Z.
yeah, Michael B. Jordan. And then they'll throw out some names of like some of his family members or people that work for his executive producing place. So, yeah, I think I'm going to be really interested in this one for me because it's just insane. Like throughout the music business and all that music that I do love. I know.
So a question is, it's not on TV.
No,
Is it just because it's jury selection it's not on TV,
I
or it's not going to be on TV at all?
I'm not sure. I can't imagine
Why
that they
won't
won't
it be
put it
on
on
TV?
TV because I mean something like court TV would be like out of their mind not to be able to have paid to have that on.
Right? That's what that would be, that's going to
Yeah,
be crazy if it's not on TV, but
right.
whatever.
Yeah, and he's serving I'm sorry, he's facing life in prison for this.
So did you say it's federal?
Yes, it's
That might be why it's not
Yeah,
on
it's a
TV.
Manhattan federal court. Yep. Isn't that crazy? So
Yeah.
I kind of forgot about it, honestly, until you mentioned it. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's right. He's still in jail. That's crazy.
Started this week. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder how long it's going to take them to get jurors because, I mean, one, he's well known.
right,
Two, it's New York City. I mean,
right. The only way that you would have to have like people over 70 years old who are like, yeah, I don't know
or
who
maybe our
Kid
age
Cudi
that
is.
don't like that kind of music.
Right. Yeah. Who knows that you don't follow it?
Yeah.
It's really interesting. Like we talked about, even with Karen Reed, how did they find all those jurors? It's now
Do you-
nationwide.
So do you think it's more than nationwide, it's worldwide? There's
Oh,
people in Europe and Canada and Australia that are all following this Karen Reed case.
that's
But
great.
do you think that people lie on their jury questionnaire just because one for P. Diddy one, because they're like, oh, it's a celebrity. I'm going to just say,
Yes, I do. I absolutely do believe, and that's why they have alternate jurors because they know people are gonna lie.
yeah. And I think that's what happened with Karen Reed's jury as well. Oh, I don't know anything about it.
Right.
I'd lie. Would you
So,
lie?
right. I think I would just to get on there and be like, hey, I couldn't talk about it, of course, until afterwards, but that would be, you know, I could
The
talk
other
about it
thing,
with you.
so that's the other thing. They say that the jury for Karen Reed isn't sequestered. So they say, okay, you're going to leave now. Do not discuss this with anybody. Now, if I went home, I think I'd have to talk about it with somebody.
I don't think you would not be able to talk about it with somebody.
You
So,
know what
like,
I mean? Like,
right,
even just as a normal person, me, because right now I'm so invested in it,
right,
but just being there and you heard so much about it for years now,
right.
how do you go home and not talk to somebody about it? The other thing is, for me, I feel like I would have somebody look shit up to be
Yeah.
like, well, they said this and I don't understand it.
Well, you're not
Who
supposed to
is this
do
other
that, though.
agency?
Right, but that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to base your decision on what they give in court, not elsewhere. It's only what you hear in court.
But
So,
this case is so biased that the judge, I mean, the way I see it, anyways, I feel like she's so biased with the prosecution that she doesn't allow anything that the defense wants in,
right,
and she allows everything the prosecution wants in.
right, right.
And
Well,
then when they object to a question, excuse me, she never lets the defense have it,
uh-uh.
right? So if the prosecution objects, she accepts it. Or when they object a prosecution, she says, no, I'll allow it.
Right. Well, look at that TikTok that you sent yesterday. So, do you want to talk about?
I've been saying this for so long,
Oh
right?
my
I
God.
mean, it's allegedly. We have to say allegedly.
well, consistently, and he says allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. I literally went, oh my fuck, when I heard this. So go ahead, share it.
So, there's a guy that I follow on TikTok. I just happened to come on his little TikTok page, and I don't know a lot about him, so take this with a grain of salt. But he connected the dots, like I have said from day one about this trial, that it's Whitey Bulger influenced,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Yeah.
So so I just thought because Attorney Brennan represented Whitey Bulger.
Right.
So I was like, there's some way these cops are connected to Whitey Bulger, and I couldn't figure it out. So the guy on TikTok allegedly, I found out that Jennifer McCabe's maiden name is Weeks.
Yep. Yep.
Right?
And,
Did I not say there's a connection? And
no,
Weeks was
right.
so Weeks is Whitey Bulger's like right-hand man, wasn't he?
Right.
Kevin Weeks?
And he was the one that had provided information to the FBI about Whitey Bulger, where he was, and things that he did. So he is an informant for the FBI, and allegedly, and his niece is Jen McCabe. I almost died. I was like,
allegedly. We don't know if that's 100% though.
I know, allegedly, but wow, yeah, I was like, oh, that.
And he's got all the connections in the FBI, and all of a sudden the FBI squashed the case.
Well, they say that allegedly this guy has more information that could put other people down, so that's why they're kind of brushing this off. So yeah, that was pretty freaking crazy to listen to, and I was like, oh my gosh, that was nuts.
Me too. And that's why I sent it to you right away, because I was like, Jesus Christ, I knew it. I knew there was some kind of connection. There's a lot of things that I feel that, like John O'Keefe's guy, his partner, killed himself like a day after he found out his girlfriend was pregnant. And I just feel like there was some kind of connection that they saw something they weren't supposed to. Because there's a lot of dirty cops, right? I mean, there are.
Right. There's a lot of great cops, and then but I feel like this whole thing, there's just so many of them. I don't know.
I know. You look at this case, right? And you're like, I don't think she hit him. I don't think she killed him. But how do you get all these people to lie for you?
They got something on you.
They threaten your family.
Yeah. That was the same thing that, like, why P. Diddy, they say he was doing what he was doing so he could have power over these people. So, power and the money, man, that's where everything screws people up. It's awful. Yep. Awful.
But so with this whole trial thing, it's just so lopsided. And I told you I watched this YouTube guy, the lawyer, love him. Jim's aunt turned me on to him. And he has no connection to Massachusetts, and he can't believe how the judge is acting.
Yeah. Well, it's Boston. We all act like assholes. So, what's the difference?
No, but how she is acting in court. I mean, You're supposed to follow the rules of the law.
Right. Yeah. It seems like a circus. So I don't know. It's going to,
Massachusetts.
I haven't followed it at all. Just that thing that you sent me yesterday. And I was like, that's a holy shit moment right there. So it'd be interesting to see if that's true.
Yeah, I know. But how do you find that out?
I don't know. Ancestry.
But it's kind of, and I told you way back in the day, when last trial, that Chris Albert was living in, I thought it was the rifleman Fleming's house, but it might be Weeks' house. Probably. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But there's this is another thing, right? If you committed a crime and were convicted of it and spent time in jail, let's say drunk driver, murderer.
Right.
How are you on a city council?
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
How is that allowed?
I don't believe it should be, but I don't
I
know.
think if you're a felon, you shouldn't be able to sit on a
Yeah, a board.
type thing, right?
Yeah, you know what? You can't even, well, start back up a little bit. I'm trying to get my notary, and you have to, they go through your criminal, well, your past to see if you're a criminal. If you have been convicted of
Yeah,
anything, it doesn't necessarily say that you cannot be a notary. It just takes a lot longer for them to go through the approval process because I think it depends on what you did. So if that's a pain in the ass to become a notary, yeah, right? That's a good question. How do you sit on a board? Good question.
it doesn't. It just like you shouldn't be allowed to pull papers
No. Oh,
if you have a
absolutely not.
criminal background.
No, 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 no. No, I can't even do my job if I have a drunk driving arrest, not even a conviction, just an
He left
arrest.
the scene.
Yeah.
Killed the guy,
Again,
left the scene, drunk driving.
yeah, it's all in who you know, I guess, right? That
I don't
nepotism,
know. They must have a powerful name in that city.
they have weeks, weeks, weeks.
Well, no, they're the Alberts.
Well, but they
But
must,
Albert is married to a wheat. So
there you go. Hey, did you know that your favorite company, Amazon, is investing $4 billion in itself to triple its delivery network to like the rural parts of the United States by the end of 2026. Because
really?
yeah, right now other carriers, including like UPS and FedEx, if there's like remote zip codes, they charge surcharges to deliver to them. So Amazon's like jumping on that.
Good for them.
Yeah,
Smart. I love it. I do love
I
Amazon.
know.
You
That's
know
why I'm
that.
like your favorite company. Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting and pretty smart of them. Like, you know what? They're not going to charge extra. So people are going to be like, yep, screw it. I'm going to order through Amazon. Yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. Anyways, that was my little,
I must order from them at least once a week, if
oh my
not more.
gosh, Dave does too. You know,
Everything. I just would rather go to Amazon and get it. You know what I mean?
yeah, I think because he works from home, maybe the same for you because you work from home most of the time too. It's just easier instead of having to run out. Like I'm already out. I'll just run up
Yeah.
and pick stuff up on my way home. Like I'm out. Why not? So that could definitely be the difference. And yeah, there are some things that are a little more convenient to do through Amazon, and but you don't get the sales. That's my whole thing. I love to like,
But everything's so cheap there. You
eh,
can look. So what I do is I go to Amazon. I find something I like, and then I go say it's in a different store, and then I go right to Amazon, and
uh-huh.
it's cheaper usually. Same thing, but cheaper.
Well, yeah, that I can see definitely. But I don't always find sales on the things that I'm looking for. But
Sales. Who has sales nowadays?
oh, they still do. Absolutely. You get coupons. They want you to come in, you know? I get it.
Bonds.
Coupons. I still use coupons. Hey, I went to
At the grocery store?
yeah, I do digital ones. They have them, you can just
Where do you
put
get them from?
they're on their app.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Their own ones.
Well, and they have manufacturers coupons in there too.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
It
I mean,
is.
I do that with CVS and stuff too.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, you can redeem them to your card.
Right. That's what I do grocery shopping too. So
Yeah.
because I do a
I
lot of
love that.
pickups too. I don't actually go in the store anymore. I just ugh.
Oh my God. Since you said that, Jason and I ordered from Stop and Shop, which was right down the street from us, and we did the same thing. And it was both him and I were like, this was the best food shopping we've ever done.
Isn't it
We
awesome?
loved it. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're not wasting your time. And granted, the hardest part is the produce and stuff, but then after a while, I don't
I
know. I
mean,
just
sometimes they give you what they think you want. That's
right.
kind of a pain, but most of the stuff is fine.
Yeah. And if you don't want what they give you when they send you the email, you just say, no, I don't want that. And I've
Right.
run in the store and decided, oh, okay, yeah, they didn't have this certain thing, and I pick up what I want, and it takes me 2 seconds. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the best thing that they ever did was doing that.
Yeah. Thank you, COVID.
Right? Oh my gosh. Oh, speaking of COVID, and I'm going to talk about my friggin' traffic. I wish there was still COVID traffic. People stay
I
home,
know.
work from home.
It's
It
brutal.
took me like almost 2 hours to get to work today. Because
Did you go in late?
no,
Normal time?
well, I didn't go to the gym this morning, so I kind of went in like a normal time. But there
Oh
was,
yeah, that's why.
yeah, and there was so much rain and so many accidents, and it was just
Is it
nuts.
it's still raining?
Oh my gosh, it's gonna rain until Friday.
It's 80 degrees and sunny right
Shh,
now.
fuck off.
I know, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. But I'm just jealous. That's all that
I'll
it
be
is.
there on Thursday.
Good. It'll be raining.
Fucker. Had to
So the Met Gala was last night. All right. Now, did you know this? Did you know that the Met Gala event is actually to raise money?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Do you know what it's to raise money for?
So the Met Gala, the art?
Well,
No, I don't know.
yes and no. So it is. It's for the Museum of Art, but specifically for the Costume Institute. And this Costume Institute was created in 1946, and they actually merged with the Met. Now, what it is they have clothes and objects of that people would wear back from for 7 centuries. Seven
Wow, that
centuries.
must be cool.
Yeah. So they have the fashionable dress and accessories of men, women, and children from the 15th century to the present. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I had
Yeah,
no.
that's awesome.
So
I
what?
actually watched a show and it showed how the Met Gala kind of started.
Really?
Yeah, well, and I don't know if that's real or not, but it was a woman who was not high society, was competing with a woman in high society, and they ended up doing the Met Gala.
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
to raise money. Yeah, it was really, I forget, I wish I could think of the name of it.
Huh.
It was like it was it wasn't a docu-series, it was a real show, but I
Oh,
want to
okay.
say it was on like Netflix or something,
Huh.
Paramount,
Yeah,
Prime.
I had no idea until today. I really had no clue what the hell it was all about. And the only way that you get to attend the Met Gala for free. Do you know how they? So the tickets are $70,000 each.
What?
Yeah, $70,000, and you can buy a 10-person table for 350,000. So typically, what happens is because this is all about fashion and design, designers will buy the table, and then they'll
And then
ask.
they'll make, well,
Yeah,
that's kind of cool.
right. So they'll ask the stars or the celebrities to wear what their fashion. So a lot of the times, majority of the time, what you see the people wear, they don't have a choice. So
No,
the
I know.
designer, yeah, well, I didn't know that either. I was like, okay,
Well,
we're picking some weird shit.
they, I feel like they have a choice. They choose.
Well, if someone's going to pay $70,000 for me to go to this thing and they want me to wear this ridiculous outfit, I'd wear it.
You would?
Yeah, why? What do I care? I mean, it's not like it's going to do me any harm. People might make
No.
fun of me, but hey, whatever. Yeah.
I
So,
didn't realize it was, I knew that they had to have invitations only,
yes, it is
right? You're
invitation only.
selected to go to
Right. But
the
that's what
gala.
usually it happens. Their designers buy all of the tables and they have people come in. However, the list still has to be approved by the Vogue editor in chief.
Anne Wintour.
Yeah. And she still, even if the designer says, oh, I want so and so, she still has to approve it. And the Met Gala actually sends out a list of people that they think should be invited. So
Okay.
I guess it's really
It's
pretty,
exclusive.
important. Yeah,
Yeah.
most definitely. So, you know what? I would rather critique the outfits than actually wear them.
I
So,
feel bad because the weather sucked yesterday.
yeah, it was really rainy. But so that's what we're going to do. We're going to critique these outfits
We're
as we've done
perfect.
before. Yeah. So, like, do they do it for, like, at first I was like, do they do it for the
Well, they have
style? Like, are
They
they
have
doing it for the
themes.
grace? And they just want to be like, fuck you to your face? Like, why do they do it? Now I understand why they do it.
So every year they have a different theme. And so this year's theme, did I send that to you in a text?
Yes, no, I sent it to you, yes. But then you read it. Because I was driving.
Oh, right. You said read that to me. What does
Yeah.
it say?
So it's super fine
Here
tailoring,
it is.
black
Yeah.
stuff. Yep. Harlem Renaissance.
From
So
1918 to the mid 1930s. I
correct.
don't know what that means, super fine tailoring black style white. Again, though,
So
I
if you
don't,
think about back in that time, the men that were wearing the very tailored suits and the zoot suits, the big legged pants, the hats, it was very I don't want to say gangsterish because that's not really, but that's all I can think of. But
yeah.
they were really taking their clothes and refining them. So that was really the style that they were looking for. They were looking
Somebody,
for
somebody should have went as Curious George's guy
with the yellow.
with the yellow and the yellow suit.
I think Pharrell did that a few years ago with that
Oh,
big
really?
hat that he wore, but I don't think it was there. So, all right. So we have some lovely pictures that we want to do
Talk
our
about this.
commentary.
Yes.
All
What do
right.
we have?
Now, I'm sorry for you people that are just listening to our BFFers that are just listening to the podcast. If you're not watching it on Facebook or on YouTube, you're going to miss our facial expressions in these lovely pictures. So
What's that?
this one, when it comes to mind, I feel like she came out of the stall and like half of her dress is tucked in her underwear.
Yeah, the socks are and shoes are stupid. Like, what does that have to do with 30s? 1918 to 30s thin.
It doesn't. I don't
I
know.
don't know what the
It's
super
their
fine tailoring. I don't know what that is.
I don't know, it's their interpretation and how they feel. So you have to
Okay. I
keep
don't know.
that in mind.
Do you know who that is?
Yes, she was on White Lotus, the season 3.
Oh,
She's
okay.
kind
I
of a
haven't
newcomer.
gotten there
Yep,
yet.
yep. I really okay. What the fuck is
So
that?
I sent you this one. She's a model. You can see her skivvies.
So
If you zoom in, those look like pantaloons. I'm serious. See
what?
them?
Yeah. Like I don't even
Is that her
understand. Like
girdle? I don't know. I don't get that.
she,
I guess the flapper thing. I get that.
it looks absolutely ridiculous. And if she's a model, what's wrong with her posture? My posture is horrible, and I'm going to the PT guy for. But look, like, what? What's wrong with her eyebrows? What is it?
You know whose daughter that is? Harry Hamlin's daughter.
Is it really? She's
Yeah,
beautiful, but she needs to
Lisa
fix those
Renna.
eyebrows. Oh, she's
Well,
got
I
the
think
lips.
that's how she went with the no eyebrows.
Oh, good Lord, I hate it. But that outfit is stupid. Okay, so did you skip over one, Julie? Oh, that. What the fuck is it? Why is he carrying around a
Is that
piano?
a real piano? Like, will
I
he stop and play it? How fucking heavy was that?
I don't know,
And
but
what's that trash bag?
that's his pocketbook.
I hope that was because it rained out.
Oh, maybe, but yeah, that's Andre 3000. So maybe he does play because he
I
really.
don't know.
That's
I wonder if it's like a commentary because if this is like black style of that time frame, maybe it's like the burden of being like people seeing them as entertainers only. You know what I mean? Like maybe there's some message with the piano on his back.
you know what? That's a really good point, Julie. But what the fuck, man? Like I don't know. It could be, very well could be, and that's just I don't know what the his pocketbook is there. I think she looks great. I know you think she looks ridiculous, but this is actually for the times. I think she looks awesome with that outfit. I think they did a great interpretation. My opinion.
I don't know. I just don't get it.
No,
Who's this? Cardi B?
Cardi B. So I don't know. I isn't the whole thing now.
It's a It's her hair. Like, what's her outfit look like? All I see is boobs.
Well, that's all you're meant to see is boob. She looks like Poison Ivy from Batman. That's all
I
I can
feel
think
like
of.
though her hairstyle is like oldish,
Yeah.
like back in the day.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Okay, this is 70s. This has nothing
Apple Rowan.
to do with that time frame.
I
No.
don't know. I don't like it at all.
Oh, it's just it doesn't make sense. Like I don't understand where these people were coming from. I really don't. And trust me, I don't know my fucking style at all whatsoever.
Me
But I know
neither.
that ain't it.
T-shirt.
What is this? Is this like fucking Mary Poppins? Like, does she have a raincoat on? What is that?
She might have a raincoat on. I don't know. It's not bad.
Are you serious?
I mean, it's better than some of the others. That's just plain Jane. I don't think it's that bad. Who is that? Do we know?
Yeah, Colby. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but no, thank you. I don't think it fits. I don't know. My opinion. I wish we were Joan Rivers. Oh,
Oh my
so
God.
do you know what that is? Look at it. It's a tie. It's an actual tie. Like, see the thing around her? That would be the back of her head. This is Demi
Yeah.
Moore. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a tie. So around her waist and her bust area is where you would
It
tie the
starts and then
tie.
it wraps all around.
Yeah, the neck that would wrap around the guy's neck or whoever's wearing it, their neck.
Oh.
So
How'd you know that was a tie? Oh, her
look,
outfit's a tie.
her outfit's a tie. Yes.
Oh my God, I see it now.
Yeah. At first I was like, what the hell is that? And then I looked at it and I'm like, oh, black
Oh my God, I would
tie.
have never got that, Noelle.
Yeah. I kind of like at first I thought it was really weird, but then I'm like, all right, that's kind of different.
Yeah.
Is this the
Yeah.
woman that showed up in the box?
Yes.
Okay. So
Why? Why?
so I don't know how to pronounce her name. And
Dochi?
yeah, Dochi. And she didn't want anyone to see her until she hit the walkway. Not the red carpet, the blue carpet this
They
year.
change their carpet up every year. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, someone had said, oh, it's not red because they ordered the wrong thing. And I'm like, no, I think they change it all the
No,
time.
they change it up every year. It's something different.
Yeah. So she didn't want anyone to see her outfit. And in all honesty, I can
Is that
see
a
why.
Louis?
It's
It
a Louis.
is.
Yes. And I can see why, because it's ugly. Ugly as sin.
What's up with the cigar?
And
Madonna had a cigar in her mouth too.
it's back in that day. That's what they were all
Oh.
cigar smokers like Cab Calloway and, all that time.
Yeah.
She got Buster Brown shoes on. Or what is that?
Look at these shoes. My God. What? Can I ask when it became okay not to wear clothes on your bottom half of your body?
I don't know. We've noticed that the last couple of years. They're wearing basically bathing suits.
Undies.
Something's up with her, my opinion. Doja.
But that is at least in trend
It
with
is.
what it's supposed to.
Yes, the shoulder.
But
yeah,
she needs pants.
she needs pants. Yes, please, pants. Women start, come on. We fought to not wear skirts. That's beautiful.
That's Gigi Hadid. She's
Yeah.
beautiful. There's nothing you can say about that.
No, that's absolutely gorgeous. It's right from the times back then too. It's
It
the
looks
hair,
perfect. Yeah.
everything. Stunning.
Okay,
I
this
think
one was killing me.
I think I see vagina.
I think so too.
Look at that.
That's
What?
fucking like she needed an extra wide down there.
Why?
Look at the lady's
Look
face
at
in
that.
the
Yeah,
bathroom.
she's like, whoa. She probably can
But
see
no,
her butt
seriously,
crack.
she needed it to be a little wider down there. Her
Yeah.
vajayjay is a lot bigger than she thought.
I mean, she's
It's-
drop dead gorgeous, but yeah, no, thank you. Stop putting on some clothes, man. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's her again. Oh my gosh, I didn't see this one.
I had to pull this one up because I'm like, oh, after the whole house thing.
Yeah, that's
he's
I'm like,
got,
he
a
doesn't.
bird's nest on his
What
head.
a huge improvement. He doesn't have a house on his head.
No, he's got what is that on his face?
Branches.
Oh, it's branches.
No, it's
I thought
wide.
it was a tattoo.
No, it's wires.
Is he a vine?
I don't know, but at least his clothes look good.
He's
Why is he
stupid
doing
looking.
shit to his face now?
He's
There's
just
something wrong
dumb.
with that family, I'm telling you. Something.
Oh
Oh,
my God, this one. What is this? Is she in
but
a box?
but for her, it completely makes sense. This is who she is. She's very artistic, and I don't know who made her outfit, but yeah, it is kind of stupid. But I was like,
I
so
should
her,
have added the video because this is a cape.
yes,
And when
Oh,
the guy takes it off, her outfit is actually this. It's the black leg and the stripe, and
yeah,
oh,
she's carrying a case. So
yeah,
when he takes it off, she's wearing what's on the cape.
which
oh,
is
It's
that's
actually
cool.
really cute.
it is. It's very
Who
cute,
is
but
she?
it's
Janelle Monáe,
you know
Yeah,
her. We've talked about her before. Yeah, she's
gorgeous.
always very eclectic and but yeah, I just don't understand the whole like, okay, this is what I'm wearing, so why didn't you just wear it? Why do you have to put a cape on over it and show us what you're
right.
wearing?
Yeah.
Stupid. Okay. This
Katy Perry.
she's right now on my shit list. So I want to pick this thing
You
apart.
gotta read the top though.
Says Perry captured the post, couldn't make it to the Met. I'm on the Lifetimes tour. P.S. This year I was actually with my mom, so she's safe from the bots that I'm praying for the rest of y'all. But
What
It's
does
an
that mean?
AI, it's an AI image that she posted. She wasn't there.
oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Well, then it makes sense why it looks like it's liquid. But I was like, that has is not in theme at all. It looks like a bot. I just, you know what? She's just infuriating me right now, so I don't like her, and I wanted to
She's
pick.
on your shit list?
She's on my shit list. She looks beautiful.
Yeah,
Yep.
can't stand her.
The Wicked Witch of the West, right there, with the hat and everything. She can't even walk in that, and she does that all the time. Like I don't
I
know how she
know.
got up the stairs.
They probably have to help her.
Yeah, stupid. I
I
can't.
don't like it. Oh, what the fuck? It looks like you got a big chip behind her head.
Yeah, Pringles. Oh,
Oh, and
that's Lauren Hill. Wow,
I
you never
know, and
see her out. Wow. But yeah, that outfit is no, thank you. The suit itself, yeah,
look at
great.
the gloves.
That extra.
Oh, she could be Curious George's guy. She
Oh,
just
there
needs
you
a yellow
go.
hat.
He was there. Oh, that's funny. Okay,
Okay.
this
This is
thing.
the one we got to talk about, man.
So she has no pants on. Another one
No,
with the no pants on.
it's all Louis.
It's all yes, it's all
Do we
Louis.
have another picture of her from the back or the front? I thought there was another one because the underwear that she's wearing have people's faces on it.
It's actually she has a bodysuit on, and the whole bodysuit has people's faces on it.
I thought it was just the lower half. I didn't
No,
realize the
it's
whole
actually, but
bodysuit had it.
all we can see is the lower half because she has that little jacket on over it. Now, someone had posted and thought that it was
Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks on it. And it turns out oh, that's a pissing one too. But as it turns out, it's a lot of people in her life that had influence on her life. So I don't know if it's just famous people or if it's like personal people, which
Well, I'd hate
it
to have
doesn't
people
matter.
on my ass
Yeah,
because then you sit
exactly.
on them.
So maybe those are the people that she didn't really like that much. Did I ever tell you my Rosa Parks story?
No, but she has Louis tights on that I love.
Yeah. But again, no pants. Why?
I
Why
know.
do they
I don't
not have
know.
pants?
I don't
So
know.
I'm going to tell you my Rosa Parks story really quick because this was funny.
Ah.
So years and years ago, when Doug got married to his first wife, her younger cousin, well, her cousin was in the wedding, and he was super, super handsome. And this was before Dave and I were married. Kiddingly, I said to this younger kid, because he was much younger than me, I was like, wow, I could be your Mrs. Robinson. You ever see the movie The Graduate? Yeah.
Yeah.
So fast forward like halfway through the wedding, we all go out front, and a bunch of them go out front, and I'm going out. We're taking pictures, and he's like, "Oh, here comes Rosa Parks." All right, now I really feel freaking old that you're calling me Rosa Parks, and you don't know who Mrs. Robinson is.
Plus, there's a big difference between you and Rosa Parks.
Yeah, and Mrs. Robinson. So yeah. Anyways, okay. So next.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Zoom in on that, Julie, if you
zoom
can.
in on her for JJ.
And you can see the people's faces.
Faces. Yeah. I would be kind of now see on her arm too, you can see some faces through the
yes. Okay. I did not realize that. I just thought it was on the underwear section. Imagine if you're the person that got your face cut off, I'd be pissed.
I'd want
how it's just a head
with the eyeballs.
Yeah.
It looks like the same person on the whole entire sleeve.
Oh, there's a lady in the middle with glasses and a hat. See her?
Yep.
Oh, the sleeve might be the same person. You're right.
Yeah. Oh no, there's someone else up there.
Nana's up top.
Nana. But it's just bizarre. Like,
yeah.
What faces on your crotch? No, thank you. Like,
she's cute too, and that's just like, where are your pants, girl? Come on.
Yeah, you forgot something.
Ugh.
And now there's nothing on her back. Nothing. And she totally posed. This is Lord. I haven't heard anything from her in a while.
No makeup.
Yeah. Which I don't care about the makeup, but that's kind of how she's.
But you're at the Met Gala.
But she had this puss on the whole time. Like,
I'd like to see it with the jacket, because that doesn't look like it's any of the style that it should be.
No, and it looks like it's from the movie The Fifth Element.
Something. Science fiction.
Is it stapled on? Like, I'd like to know how that's being held on. Glued. Yeah.
Madonna.
All right.
I hate her, but she looks good.
She does. And her, she was looking really bad there for a little while with all her plastic surgery, but she's looking really good.
Yeah, she does look good here. Oh my God.
Okay.
Why?
And the bangs. I don't get the bangs.
They don't look even, but who said your hair is going to look great and let her go out like that?
Right.
And the dress is not flattering to her either.
You know who that is, right?
Yeah, Pam Anderson.
Yeah. Right.
The dress just doesn't look good on her.
No, and she goes everywhere now without makeup, so it's fine.
Which is okay, but the hair is just horrendous.
It's awful. Yeah, I don't understand it. And I don't feel like that's the style for them either. So I don't know what she's doing.
That dress is wearing her.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Oh, I just thought that was like a weird outfit.
He looks like
I don't know.
He looks like a samurai guy.
Yeah, like I don't understand it.
And his purse.
Merce. It's a merce, Noelle?
Yeah, it's a merce. It's a pocketbook.
It looks like a belt loop.
It is. Yeah, it's not a yeah, don't like it. He looks good, but he looks like he has a lot of dandruff.
Yeah, I don't like that either. That just doesn't. Well, he's got no hair, kind of, but he's very handsome. I just the white on the top. I don't get that.
Yeah, it's dandruff. That's all I can think of. I would want to go over and brush it off.
I think Rihanna looks fabulous.
She does, and she looks so. Oh my gosh,
her little belly.
That outfit is stunning.
Perfect.
Yep. Can't make fun of that.
Oh, again.
No pants.
All I could think when I saw this was cigarettes.
You're right.
Her head doesn't look like it's on her body. It looks like it's like, you know, those little color forms.
Yes. Oh my gosh, color forms. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Her head looks too fake. But yeah.
So this is Shabuzi. He's, you know, he sings that song. I don't know
he's a country western singer. Yep.
Yeah.
And I
don't like the pearls.
I don't like the hat. I don't. No,
it's just ugly.
It is.
Oh,
So do you know, this is my favorite person that was at the Met Gala. Do you
Don't know who this
see
is.
this cutie? His name is Tacoma, and he is actually on the security team. He is a bomb sniffing dog. So they had him out all the day before, like sniffing around, and then before everyone came, and I was like, I have to add him. I just thought he was the cutest thing, and that just made everything else perfect. Isn't it cute?
He's very cute.
I wish they put a bow tie on him or something, though.
I know, and they needed to dress him up. I love this outfit. I love it.
Do you?
Yeah.
It reminds me of like Prince.
Yeah, but it's that style from
Yeah,
the way back.
yeah.
I mean, it's just more eccentric,
Of
right?
course, right, because they want it to be artsy. So yeah, I can see that the shoes, I don't think I could wear those though.
They
Oh,
all have those high platforms.
I know. That's crazy. But yeah, it is cool. Very cool.
For a second, I thought her feather that was out coming off the back of her head was this woman's hair behind her.
I can see that for sure. No.
No.
What is that?
Tracy Ross, man, the pants. What did they just why?
She looks
With the big bow in the back.
she looks like Hello Kitty.
She looks like, again, the pants are wearing her.
Yeah. No.
Oh, and they just tied a bow on it and cinched it and fit her.
Oh, I love Walter Goggin. Love him, love him, love him. I don't he looks like
What
a
is that? A skirt?
I think so. And that's okay, but it looks like a samurai sword skirt. Like
Yeah, I'm not crazy about it.
no, but I love him. He's a character and a half, man. But no, that's not working, buddy.
And it looks like a cheap like JC Penney shirt underneath.
It does.
Like it's so not fitting with the rest of it. Like I don't know, wear a silk shirt or something. It just doesn't
Right.
fit. It doesn't look polished enough. You know?
No, I agree. Yeah. She's beautiful.
Zendaya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone else
Look how
wore
long look how long her legs are.
I know. And someone else wore an outfit that was very almost identical to that. Yeah, that fits perfect with the theme. She looks excellent. So awesome, awesome.
Yeah, there was some doozies.
Oh, totally. I love making fun of it. That's awful.
I was so excited when I saw that it was yesterday. I was like, oh, the outfits.
That's perfect. Julie is actually going to join us today, and she's going to talk about this crazy ass series. I don't know, documentary.
Is
I
it
don't know
a
what it is.
docu-series?
Yeah.
So there's two shows, both on Netflix. One is The Curious Case of Natalia Grace, and the other is A Good American Family. The Curious Case of Natalia Grace is a documentary about this story, this real story that happened. A Good American Family is a dramatization of it, starring Everett's own Ellen Pompeo. So I started
Pompeo.
watching Pompeo. I
Pompeo,
started watching
yeah, right?
A Good American Family, and I was like, what the heck is this? And then I started watching the documentary. So I was literally watching both, like like each episode I'd switch back and forth. But the high level story of this is this American couple adopted a girl named Natalia Grace. She was a Ukrainian orphan. She has a rare form of dwarfism. She's got a lot of disabilities. They had adopted her, brought her over. They actually adopted her in South Carolina.
Nothing good comes out of South Carolina.
Brought her home, and within a couple of years, they had her re-aged. Now, at that point, when they adopted her, she was 6. At the point that this re-aging happened, she would have been 8. They had her re-aged to 22.
Okay.
And put her in an apartment, and then they basically like left her there. They would come by
How do they
occasionally.
re-age her though, Julie? How do you do that?
That's the whole thing. Like they said to the judge that they had all this documentation from doctors, and that Christine and Michael, that's the couple, the Barnetts, that after they had adopted her, they started noticing different things. They Without getting too graphic, Christine said she saw Natalia had pubic hair. And then she said, I found dirty socks in the closet that she was using to cover a menstruation. And so they took her to doctors. And according to the Barnetts and their family doctor, who wrote a letter to the judge, oh, all these doctors said, yeah, she's much older than she's saying she is. And the Barnetts were trying to say, yeah, her and this adoption agency scammed us. She's saying she's younger than she is, so she can get free medical help and get these operations and things that she needed. Well, the series, this went on, I think it started like 2000. So she was adopted, I believe, in 2009. This went on. This was years. Um, she stayed in the apartment for a little while. Then they moved her to another apartment that was even tougher. It was like second floor, no elevator. Then this other family swooped in and took her in. Um, Fight
How
ensued
did the
between the
other family
Barnetts.
find her?
Literally, she was walking down the street struggling, and the woman, Cynthia Mans, um, saw her and said, kind of helped her, brought her home or whatever, realized she was struggling and kind of befriended her, and they ended up taking her in.
Can
However,
I
the
ask you
story
one
gets,
other question? How
sorry.
old was she at this point?
So at this point, she would have been like 9 years old. So this was actually the second family. She was adopted from the Ukraine by one family. They had her for a little while and like a year, and then they put her back up for adoption. And the Barnett said, yeah, they told us that she was trying to kill their son and all of this. And she tried to kill our son and she tried to kill me. And she showed up in our room with a knife and all of this. It was all bullshit. The first family later on said, we never said that. We realized she had a lot of medical issues. There was a lot of things she needed, and we just weren't prepared for that. So that's why they put her back up for adoption. But the
I didn't
Barnetts
know that was an
basically,
option.
yeah. So Christine Barnett, she was a little bit famous at this point because she wrote this book called The Spark about her oldest son Jacob, who was autistic, and how she advocated for him so he would get services, and he was a genius, and he ended up going to college at a young age and all this. So she was well known. So the theory is that she wanted to like continue her savior syndrome, adopt this kid and say, oh, look what a wonderful person I am and how I've helped her. But it became a lot because of medical issues and stuff, and that she basically wanted to dump this kid. And so they lied and re-aged her because they went back. This investigative team, including a detective, went back to all these doctors that they said, oh, yes, she's an adult. And all of them were like, nope, made it very clear to her that she's a child. She still had baby teeth. Her growth plates had not, fully developed and everything.
Oh,
They're like, no, she was definitely a child.
Oh
Um,
my gosh.
but um you have to see it because it's just one travesty after another that this young girl did not get justice. When she was with the Mans, which is the third family, they were trying to get her re-aged back, and they wanted to adopt her. The Barnetts swooped in and basically said, oh no, we she is an adult, but we know she's disabled and we want to help her out. And the reason that they had aged her to 22 specifically is they were in Indiana, and in the state of Indiana, you're responsible for a disabled adult up until the age of 21. So they
oh,
wanted to make her 22, so they weren't
oh.
So they didn't
responsible.
have to be responsible. I have another question.
Yeah,
Like, so being so young, and how did she go get groceries and stuff?
she couldn't. That was the thing. The Barnetts, I mean, she was going over to neighbors' houses and telling them that she was hungry. In the dramatization, you see the actress, who also has a form of dwarfism, climbing up and like getting like eating everything like raw ramen. She did not
Ah,
know how. The house was a mess because she didn't
of
even know
course.
how to take care clean or anything. She wasn't bathing. because
It's
she
like
couldn't get in
Bree's
the tub
age.
because she
Yeah,
was
9 years
disabled.
old.
You
Yeah.
know, it wasn't like a walk-in shower. She couldn't get herself into the tub. She was trying to like just wash up in the sink. So she had cut herself or something and went to one of the neighbors, and she kind of helped her out, took her shopping. But the Barnetts would stop by every once in a while. So when the third family, the Mans, got involved, you think like I do think that they did want to take care of her, and I think that she did get a lot of like love and support in that family. But at the end of the day, they really were just after her money. They basically
No,
they had her sign her social security over to them.
Oh,
So her social
this
security
poor
checks are going to
kid.
them. Any fundraising or appearances like during, because they ended up going on Dr. Phil about this whole thing. They took the money, and
Oh,
she had no money. They were very religious, and she was getting older, and she had this online boyfriend, and just being a teenager at that point and being kind of defiant. They were upset that she had this online boyfriend because she wanted to go visit him over in the UK. So they took all of her access away, like internet and phone and all of this stuff. And they were saying, well, we want to protect you from these things. And, but really, they were concerned that she was making contact with people that might take her away from them, like lose their source of income.
right, right.
So yet another family gets involved. The
oh my
DePaul.
gosh.
When in between, right before the Barnetts were going to adopt her, when she was put up for adoption again by the first family, there was a couple, the DePauls. They both have dwarfism, and they had a daughter, same age as Natalia, who had dwarfism, and they had spent time with her with the expectation that they were going to adopt her, but it fell through, and I don't remember how. But they continued to stay in touch with her. They really,
Okay.
connected with her.
Sorry.
So they ended up taking in the like basically, I don't want to say kidnapping her because she went along with it, but they like rescued her from the Mans, from the third family. The boyfriend had gotten in touch with the DePauls and said they're cutting her off from communication. She's not, she's really unhappy. She needs to get out of there. And they've taken all her money, and she needs to get out of there. So they basically like kind of swooped in, got her, and took her back. The documentary has a lot of Natalia in the last season, telling her own story and everything. And it's really at that point, it's about her and the DePauls. I will say, as of now, it's a very happy ending. The DePauls, she finally disconnected herself from the Manses and from the Barnetts. She got herself re-aged back to her actual age. Um, she flew to the UK, met the
Even
boyfriend and
think of doing
everything.
that.
But when you watch it, it's not even just the abandonment. There was abuse when she was living with the Barnetts. Christine was physically abusive, and she even got her three sons to be abusive to her.
Ah,
But the crazy thing is the father, Michael Barnett. This character, oh my God. So when I first started watching the dramatization, and I'm seeing the actor playing Michael Barnett, I'm like, boy, this guy's like over the top goofball. Like, what? Like, this is silly. And then I watched the documentary, not even close to the real person.
Really?
really?
The real Michael Barnett is a fucking drama queen, first of all. He's the biggest liar. And there's one scene in the documentary, and it's the real Natalia, and she has like a sit down with Michael, and she's asking him, Michael, I have to ask, did you know I was a child? And this is him with the glass of water. Oh, 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 oh. Like, I'm not gonna eat. Oh, 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 oh. Like avoiding, like, wow, you're really thirsty, aren't you? And he's like, we weren't supposed to talk about that. And then he's like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And he like runs out of the room all dramatic. I'm like, oh my. And Natalia's sitting there going, like, what the hell?
Oh, I'm gonna have to
Because
watch
now she's
this.
like a grown woman, And she really hadn't seen him since she was a really little girl, and I think she had this idea of him, and now she's like, oh my God, he is just. But she had such grace that she actually forgave him and like said a
What?
prayer with him, like to and basically said, in the prayer, like, I hope Michael finds his way to taking responsibility or something like that. And he broke down, started crying. He didn't
Oh,
say anything, he didn't incriminate himself, but he got very upset. It was a lot of grace is really the only way I can describe it, that she found it within herself to forgive him. And
yeah. What else
I
can you
think for
do?
herself
Yeah.
as well.
Oh my gosh. I
But
want
That's
to watch.
just a fucked up thing.
Yeah, I
oh
want to watch this now. That's
Me
freaking
too.
yeah,
insane.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. And the dramatization with Ellen Pompeo, it's really good. It doesn't follow 100%, but they have to
yeah.
you know, uh, adjust some things. But the way that they start out is kind of from the Barnett's point of view, and and you're like, wow, this is saccharine, sweet family, and Ellen Pompeo
And
intentionally
who
is like, oh, I'm happy homemaker, and I'm, my blessed family. And then the story kind of flips, and it's from Natalia's point of view, and you
and
see
she's
really what a bitch this woman is. It's good. I enjoyed it. So,
I'm
and
gonna
I'm
have to
glad,
watch it.
because it is a real story. I am glad that Natalia's kind of found,
Right,
a
right.
loving
No,
Peace,
family.
definitely.
right,
The poor thing.
right.
Yeah,
I
My
mean, that's
gosh.
awful to stuck her in an apartment by
horrible.
herself with no food or anything.
Yeah, and they got in touch with her birth mother over in the Ukraine. The investigators were video chatting with her, and that's part of how they confirmed her real age. She said Natalia was not born in 1989. She was born in 2003, and she broke down. She's like, the
Oh,
doctors told me she'd never have a full life, and that it would be too costly for me to take care of her, and I was a young woman, and
yeah.
she's cried. She's like, had I known what she would have gone through, she's like, in my mind, I was doing something for her.
Right.
Right,
She's think
But
she's going to a
yeah,
happy
right.
family.
You're giving her a
yeah.
better life. Sure.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Natalia's
awful.
seen that video. She's never met her birth mother, but she's seen that video and everything.
Oh,
So
Is she
wow.
still with the boy?
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
Wow, okay.
nice.
yeah,
That's awesome.
I
yeah.
wouldn't
That's
even have
good.
thought of that question. So
Yeah,
interesting.
he's
Sorry.
still in the UK, but I mean, literally the documentary just like wrapped up within the last year. So,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
it's
Oh,
all
that's
very recent. Like the last episode is not very, didn't happen very long
Yeah,
ago.
right. All right. All right. That's cool. So I'm definitely going to watch
me
it on
too.
these rainy
Yeah.
days. There's nothing else to do. So why not?
Yeah, yeah, it was
Sorry, I
good.
can't say it's rainy.
Well, Julie, thank you. That's awesome. Thank you for
Yeah,
telling us all about it and recommending. I
Love
know you're
that.
talking about it, and that's why we asked you to, tell all the other listeners about it. All our
yeah,
our
yeah.
one
It's a
listener.
crazy. It is a
Oh, our
crazy, crazy
listener.
story. Oh my gosh, it's like this roller coaster ride to follow the whole thing.
Fun, fun, not fun. I don't want to say fun because someone.
No, but it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, definitely worth a
Oh,
watch. Both the
cool.
Yeah.
documentary and the
All right.
dramatization, and they're
Awesome.
both on Netflix. So
Oh, perfect. Okay.
I wonder if I will do if I should do like you did or watch one and then the other.
honestly, I kind of like how I watched it. Like I started with episode one, season one, episode one of Good American Family, and then I did, season one, episode one of the
The doc.
documentary, and like watched it
I
like
might
that.
do
Yeah.
that because then
It
you can
was
see
good
how
because
they
then
dramatized it and then go
exactly.
to the yeah. Okay, that's probably a good thing.
All right,
All
all
right.
right. Thanks,
Thank
Okay.
ladies.
you. Thanks, Julie.
Hi, Julie. Now we have something to watch over the weekend.
Yeah, right. That is it for us this week. Our BFFers, thank you so much for listening to us and hanging out with us.
I have so much fun doing this.
I know. I think we don't listen to us, but hopefully
No,
we know a couple.
our one listener loves us.
I listen. I
That's well, you
re-listen.
have to. You have to edit
have
it,
to.
so you have
I
to.
have to.
Julie's our one listener. All right, so that is it. And just remember, it is better to have a friend with two chins than
Two faces.
All right. We'll see you next episode. Bye, everyone.
Yeah.
You've been listening to Life's Journey with Best Friends. For details on any of the things we've mentioned in the podcast, including photos, visit our website lifesjourneybff.com. You can also email us at lifesjourneybff@gmail.com or visit us on Facebook, Instagram, or Threads.
Remember, no matter where life takes you, you are never alone when you have a best friend by your side. Until next time.